I really do enjoy looking to see where we're going to go on some of those things in the back end that people probably are not as familiar with, that I think will take us a long ways in healthcare.
Christina, can I ask, Janine mentioned, at Colada they have an AI review board, a lot of input from the CIO and CFO in terms of AI investments. What is it like at UNC Health? Anything similar to that?
Yeah, as a system, we have an AI oversight, but just in RevCycle, we have an oversight group within RevCycle. So we're trying to make for sure that those things that involve IT, front, middle, clinical, physicians, all of that stakeholder group before it even gets to that higher level, because we already know what's there, so we don't want to waste people's time. So we have a oversight group, for lack of a better term, and then that higher one for the whole system, which, when you think about having an academic and a health system together, there are going to be some different levels of that come through.
Very interesting. One other follow-up question I wanted to ask is, it sounds like both of you see a lot of practical use for AI in interactions with payers, and I'm hardly the first outside observer who has kind of seen this AI arms race developing between payers and providers. You say payers kind of got the head start, and then providers started doing this. Do you see this sort of, I'm going to keep calling it an arms race, even though that might be a little aggressive, but do you see this escalating or abating anytime soon? How do you see this sort of playing out, just based on your experience in the early days of AI?
Sure. So I'll start, and then Janine, if you want to follow up with anything I might miss. For me, I think AI on the healthcare side is going to drive our contracting, right? We're going to start utilizing this AI and make payers come to the table because we have more data, and data's power, right? Like, we have more analytics, we understand it better. Why are you asking us for medical records on all these claims when ultimately you're paying 99% of them? That's things that I don't need to touch and that you're costing us. And then identifying where they're using robotics. And there's a lot of, things out there in legislation to try to not use robotics to make a clinical decision on the payer side, right? On that piece of it. And so I think healthcare systems having the AI on our side, that powers knowledge. And you kind of said the arms game. I put into AI the other day, give me a picture of Battle of the Bots, because we were having the same conversation somewhere else. And I figured that is it Rocket Socket? I don't know how old people are that are listening in, but the old Rocket Socket game, that's really what came to mind when I think Battle of the Bots. It really is going to be us using data from a data analysis to try to make for sure that we are maximizing what we can, because we are on such short financial risk